It's Sean McManus, the People's Champion.
Having a Subway sub this summer will make you feel good. Spending summer with Sean? Not so much. Sorry, mate.
Last round of the NBL this weekend, the Perth Wildcats versus the Townsville Crocs at home, and the man who is the heart and soul of the Perth
and
Wildcats, the tenacious Brad Robbins,
the angry ant.
now.
Not the People's Champion, but the heart and soul.
Are you going to? You know, we're having the BMX competition. Are you up for riding in this comp?
I wish I'd be allowed to, but I think because we've got finals, I think Nick Marvin of the Perth Wildcats wouldn't let me. But I do know a man who may be interested.
Yes.
Ooh.
Tell him, Rod.
7-foot Paul Rogers.
On a BMX. How do with that?
I'd love to
see that. We should just sign him up without even asking you. You're doing it, Rogie.
Rogie would love a BMX ride, I can tell you right now.
How the hell are we
going
to find a bike that big? That's the case. So if Rogie wants to do it, and then that means we've got 4, we need to find another 4 people for this BMX ride.
Sweet. Hey, Robbo, page 105 of The West today, and the back page is a picture of you. And we're talking about your rib injury that you sustained in Friday night's game. How are you going along now? You're tracking well. Are you able to play this Sunday in the Crocs game?
Yep, doing well. Been to the docks, been to the physio, had a bit of a rest up, played with little Charlie.
Drugged him up. He's good to go. No flinching.
No, I'll be good to go on Sunday against the Crocs for sure.
Homicide Williams, your man.
My man.
That didn't even go for me. Now, there's a lot riding on this match. Obviously, top spot is up for grabs, and with the competition being so close, you know, you guys could, if everything fell into place, drop to 4th, really.
It's so crazy, and everybody knew from the beginning that it's going to be so tight at the end of this year.
Yeah.
You got New Zealand on the fringe, Wollongong, Townsville, Gold Coast, and all us, and any one of us could finish 4th or pretty much 1st. It's crazy.
You know why it's so tight? Because no one can win away games.
Exactly.
People come over to Perth and can't win. Wildcats haven't been that successful on the road either, and you're getting down to the last position. Therefore, winning this weekend and finishing top so important, because going through the finals, you have that home ground advantage. Best of 5 series generally?
No, it's best of 3 this year, both rounds.
Okay,
so, yeah,
and then the final is same
best of 3. So that
you need
makes
those home games big time.
That's right.
I've been worried about you and all the travelling. Seriously, because you guys and the Wildcats
Me
really,
in particular?
Yeah, we care for you. The Wildcats though, they are at a disadvantage for travelling times, you know, sometimes having to fly here, fly there. I've got a solution for the entire basketball season. Why don't you just build one court in the Nullarbor in the middle, so everyone has to go to it.
Crowd
so everyone's travelling.
It'd be just us playing, and we can just, I don't know, broadcast over the internet or something.
Yeah. No, but do you reckon? One place, everyone travels. There's no home. There's no way.
Let's talk about the travel, because you just had what everybody's describing as a torrid road trip. 3 games in 4 days, and flying. You had to get to Cairns, Townsville. Townsville first?
No, Cairns, Gold Coast, and then Melbourne.
Yeah, which is and you played in on the Gold Coast, and then the next night in Melbourne. And after 2 losses, it was a pretty gutsy effort to get up against the Tigers.
Yeah, it was. And one of the things that our assistant coach Rat brought up is that the minutes that we were sort of playing would be the equivalent of pretty much 1.5 to 2 games rather than the 3 games, because of the game's shorter.
Yeah,
you're playing less minutes, but the travel. I mean, you know, we didn't want to let that be a factor on Saturday night, and I don't think we did. I don't think there was one player out there that looked fatigued, but I can tell you that on Saturday morning everyone was pretty delirious. Everybody just wanted to get to the hotel and have a shower, have a sleep.
What time did you arrive in Melbourne?
We arrived didn't get to the hotel room probably about 12 o'clock, so had a feed, had a bit of a nap, and then we were fresh for the game.
So the Wildcats had nana naps on Saturday.
Oh, we all had nana naps. Do not disturb on the door.
You know what? You had promised to film that for us once. They do nana naps in the afternoon where they all have a little bit of a sleep. I'd love to see that basketball court.
I tell you what, Damien Martin, worst roommate in the world. I woke up on I think it was Friday on our nana nap, and he's just staring at me. And
that's not good.
And I wake up, I go, how are you doing all right, mate? He goes, are you awake? I go, I am now. Is everything okay? And then he sort of snapped out of it. Oh, I'm just going to turn the aircon up. Is that okay? I go, yeah, mate, do what you want.
So how long had he been watching you?
Turns out he sleepwalks.
Oh! He was sitting there watching you.
Yeah. Just freaking me out.
Well, it's
a Robbo.
Massive game this Sunday, Challenge Stadium, but I've had the word it's a sellout. Might be like single tickets available, about
absolutely.
3 of them. It will that
Get
place
the
is
jungle.
they're selling standing room tickets, actually. That's how jam packed it's going to be. 37 degrees, and it's going to be a sweat box in there.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Robbo. We'll talk to you next week.
Good on you, Robbo.
The
Good luck,
playoffs.
mate.
It's 8:32 on Nova.